stories you are about to hear are true. All suspects are considered innocent until proven guilty in the comment section. This is the Perp. Suspicious people found to be just Christian.
Hey, you can't be congregating here.
Intoxicated woman pulls down pants, runs into door. Satan tabbed as suspect in assault.
Nah, I'm sure he's got minions for that.
Illiterate British woman served by feds.
Sod off, you bleeding cod!
Woman tries to turn in invisible man to Air National Guard. Man crawls through store looking for sibling. Brother. Local couple invent fart gun to protect their home.
That's the AK-47.
A woman was angry that her 80-year-old drunken ex-husband came over and stuck his fork in her meat.
The old Brazilian divorce, eh?
A woman was seen taking a dump in the middle of First Avenue West. The caller said she was last seen running south with her pants around her ankles. Police said a man who attempted to steal a Dodge Charger from a dealership told officers he was commanded by God to commit the crime. 3 parolees living in a halfway house had robbed a 7-Eleven convenience store and a Subway. Police linked the 2 robberies using blood, which likely was left by one of the suspects who had a bloody nose. The police then followed their snow tracks to a Motel 6. The men agreed to surrender to SWAT negotiators after police arrived and heard loud arguing coming from one of the rooms. Someone called in to complain about kids with a lemonade stand. The caller said one of them had dressed up as a crossing guard and was stopping vehicles. Upon investigation, the child crossing guard was an actual crossing guard on duty. A woman called to report a lifeless body in a car wash parking lot. During the call, the intoxicated person got up, walked in circles, then wandered into the automatic car wash.
A resident complains that her neighbor's dogs wake her up too early. It must be watchdogs. A woman claimed that someone broke into her house and stole her dad's ashes. A woman and a scruffy-haired man who looked like the guy from the Geico commercials were caught skinny dipping in the river. They said they wouldn't do it again. Reportedly, someone on Craigslist is attempting to find the owner of a dead opossum. Apparently, the person posting the found ad has been harboring the dead animal in their home. The reporting party feared that the person would contract rabies. /whoosh. A man reported that his wife is letting random people drive his truck around town. A woman said that a girl standing on the roof of a Main Street building chucked an egg at her. A woman who was seen screaming at neighborhood children explained to a deputy that she has strong opinions and feels she has the right to voice them. She complained that residents leave their lights on and this causes light pollution. She has taken it upon herself to remind neighbors to turn their lights off. A deputy advised her to keep her opinions to herself. Join the HOA, Karen. A resident reported that a teenage boy was eating trash out of his garbage can. 5 adult boys were arguing at a casino. A man reported that child burglars broke into his garage. He chased them, but was unable to hunt them down. I smell children. A woman has been accused of stealing multiple barbecues. A woman complained that her husband was spreading rumors about her. A man reported that his girlfriend woke him up, asked him to clean the house, then yelled at him for 2 hours. A woman reported that her boyfriend kicked her knee and threw things at her. He was last seen wandering down the street in his green turtleneck and sporting what could only be described as the beginnings of a mustache. Reportedly, a wild woman with no pants on ransacked a man's home and gave him a bloody nose. A man claimed that a girl he knows calls him all the time. A man jumped out of a moving vehicle because he wanted to be alone. A woman reported that her 9-year-old threw a crayon at his little sister, making her nose bleed. A woman reported that a naked man came into her house, demanded a sweater, then left. Reportedly, there was a black bag surrounded by a large pool of blood. A closer inspection revealed a spilled bag of popping soil. A man was accused of forcing his son to wear shoes that were too small for him. The allegation was false. The kid likes his little shoes. An intoxicated woman said she had done a topsy-turvy on her head. She was uninjured and by the end of the conversation had forgotten why she called.
You called because you're concussed.
A woman reported that she picked up a transient and gave him a ride to church. She didn't like the things he had to say to her. He was last seen wearing a rapper hat and a child's backpack.
Well, what did he say? She's suspicious?
A woman called 911 after her drunken boyfriend called her names and knocked a lamp over. The man then got on the phone to advise law enforcement that he would be taking a nap under the pool table. The owner of an RV park reported that tourists from Florida complained about the remoteness and lack of cable in the park. Additionally, he claimed that the woman threw herself onto the floor and yelled. He had never seen anything like it. Someone called in to report that a drunken driver who was swerving all over the road and weaving in and out of traffic. A deputy declared that the person was not intoxicated, but just a very bad driver. A woman complained numerous times about the lack of public service she received during a dog-related event.
There's a fire hydrant right over there. Right over there.
A man reported that his wife was making fun of him on Facebook. A boy reported himself as a rebellious runaway. He has since been reunited with his parents.
I'm a little rebel. What a poser.
A Canadian said his dog was recently in his neighbor's yard with a dead cat in its mouth. His neighbor has since threatened to throw the cat through his window. Apparently, he also expressed a passionate interest in getting all the freaking Canadians out of the area.
This has been You and What Army with the Perp Walk. Remember, you can take the police out of the blotter, but you can't blot the... Well, bye.